我有个超激动的想法诶，我想改装出一辆小房车，然后开着它环游美国，想想都觉得太酷了。I've heard enough. The scaring, the accusing, the persuasion trying to hold me back, and the nonsense about holding a dream off to the future. Assume that future is always safer and just generally better. You will have more leisure time and more spare money, and you will still be in good spirits to do what you used to want to do. Really? Are you sure about that? I remember how excited I was when I came up with this RV across America idea. It was the topic I talked to people about during the day, and it showed up in my dreams at night. I'm thrilled when I think about the journey of learning construction skills, creating with my own hand, and building my own sweet home. The national parks, the stars, the camping, the fishing, the grilling, and so much more I just couldn't imagine at that time. I do not have any experience in construction, wiring, or plumbing. I don't even know how to drive, and my budget is tight. But so what? I can learn, and I will run the numbers and figure out the budget. Never make decisions out of fear. I'm going to build my tiny house on wheel from scratch. The steel cabinets are attached to the wall and floor of my van by bolts and nuts. The first tool I worked with was a tool set that came with my bicycle. I soon realized that I needed more tools, so I would ride my bike to the Home Depot whenever I got time, browsing and getting familiar with the tools displayed there. After several visits, I finally got a handful of proper tools that were useful to this project. I looked at my first few removed bolts and nuts, lying on my palm, reflecting the sunshine from the van's rear window. I feel relief. My very first little success. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That is my first little takeaway. As the process going, I added some electricity power tools to my tool collection. The whole process went smoothly, even though some pairs of bolts and nuts were very tight to loosen or were at a weird location that was hard to reach. But I was stuck with the last one. They were too tight to be loosened, and I ruined the socket by trying to remove them. Eventually, I decided to use the cut tool to cut the steel through.
这个总算弄出去了，看好现在的后备箱，完全空了。太不容易了，要把铁皮拖回去。
When my van arrived, it not only came with a steel cabinet, but also carried a roof rack. I couldn't figure out how to use the rack, and I needed the roof space for my solar panel, so I decided to get rid of it. The rack was fixed on the roof by 4 sets of bolts and nuts. I could not hold the bolt on one side while loosening the nut on the other side by myself. Besides, I didn't know how to take off the headliner. So I posted a sale on Facebook Marketplace to take a shot. I asked for $20. In return, the buyer needed to remove the rack himself. Soon, a man reached out to me. His image looked handy, and he was very confident about removing the rack. The buyer drove a long trip to my place on the second day with his son and wife. The man and his son worked together while the wife handed them tools. The bolts and nuts were rusty, and the headliner could not be completely removed. The removal process process was even more complicated than I thought. Several hours later, the whole rack was safely transferred to their pickup. Bravo! In late November, New York is getting colder. After cleaning the non-passenger area, I started to install the insulation. I chose polyethylene over fiberglass because it is light, easy to cut, less messy, and mold resistant. I used cardboard as a template, cut the insulation foam accordingly, and apply the insulation to wherever I could reach. A pair of gloves is necessary since the hidden area could hurt you while trying to reach it.
有些看不见，但是这些人觉得好疼。
I picked 3 plywood boards in Home Depot. They were sturdy, within my budget, and I liked their pattern. The length of the boards magically matched the width of my van, which was 64 inches. That was perfect. I arranged 3 boards together, double, triple, and quadra-checked how much I needed to trim to fit the length of my van. I used the cut tool again. The blade was not perfect for wood cutting, but it worked.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
After polishing the wood, I applied wood finish several times as I learned from the tutorial videos. Unfortunately, the plywood boards were not thick enough, and I only used wood finish on one side. I found it slightly bent after drying overnight. But anyway, I finally finished the flooring, and I liked it. The sink was made out of a part from an old sausage stuffer machine. I trimmed the excess metal, cut a rectangle out from half of my old cutting board, and wanted to use it as a sink supporter. Unfortunately, it wasn't easy. The plastic melted because of the accumulated heat generated by the power cutting tool, and the cut parts stuck back together when their temperature dropped. So I had to cut it through manually, which was very time-consuming. I found a drainer that matched the size of the hole of the sausage pan, and they were perfect for each other. After installing the sink, the van somewhat felt like home. I had a beautiful bamboo table. My old roommate left it to me when he moved out. I loved it so much for its stunning natural color and elegant and functional design. I trimmed the leg length using a cutting tool to make it fit in my van. As always, measure twice and cut once. The cutting blade was perfect for metal, and I was getting used to the fire sparks.
So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. Afloat, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Easy, yo, I think there's a reason. reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it.
I was looking at the install table and thought I was getting there. Only one last essential component of the project, the solar system. The solar system includes a solar panel, solar controller, lithium battery, inverter, and all kinds of cables and brackets. The solar system was a brand new world to me, and I have so much to learn. Honestly, I'm intimidated by this process. The electrical fire somehow haunts my mind. But the solar system is so crucial for building a self-contained van. I decided to try my best to figure it out. I got my solar panel from Amazon. It was a 12-volt, 210-watt solar panel, which was the perfect size for my van's roof. Its monocrystalline material was considered more efficient than a polycrystalline solar panel. I loved it. It was beautiful under the sunshine. I kept browsing online and gradually got all matched cables, bracket, solar controller, and inverter from Amazon. Online shopping was convenient since it could ship my orders to my place, and I had not got my driver's license back then. When I browsed the batteries on Amazon, I was surprised that the price was twice as high as the same battery in China. But the batteries in the US market are made in China. Why don't I just buy one from China? So I bought it on Taobao, and the seller on Taobao could even customize my order. I ordered a 12-volt 200 amp lithium-ion phosphate battery. 同时充电放电模式试验成功，感觉自己在发射火箭一样。然后这边是在充一个电池，然后相当于这边是输出端充电，然后这边是输入端。现在电压从原来的13.1到了13.0，然后这三个灯都是亮的，说明太阳能、电池，还有这个是用电器，三个都是正在工作。然后这是太阳能正在往电池充电，然后电池正在往这个用电器放电。这是我设定的12伏的电池，然后我的是锂电池，然后太阳能，一切都很好。
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
The installation process was easier than I thought. But I got a new fear haunting me for nearly a year, my solar panel falling off while I'm driving. The mobile home looks almost ready to move in, but I underestimate the difficulty of transferring all my stuff to this tiny space. I collapsed from the exhaustion trying to organize and fit my things into the van. Xiaowan, my roommate back then, persuaded me that home editing, different than most people think, was a tricky skill to master, and I would need her help through the whole organizing process. Xiaowan also warned me that once I learned this skill set, I could not help but offer people to organize their homes, which was hard for me to believe back then, but it turned true 1 year later. Xiaowan taught me how to divide the space into different zones. Each zone is designated for items sharing the same functions. She also taught me to be in the moment and only focus on one zone each time. Besides, have the whole picture while organizing. Do not overspend time on details. I also started to evaluate my stuff by asking myself if I had used it in the last month and if I felt happy when I look at it. If the answer was no, I needed to consider getting rid of it. It was hard since all items have their own distinct history connecting you and them. But I'm glad I could have space for more important things.
I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path. If you want it bad, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want. Yeah, rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won. Yeah, always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah.